Hey guys, Patriotic Stack here. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed your week. Now it's time for the weekend off, payday. Time to buy some more gold and silver. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys all a huge thanks for the last video. I did a video about my least favorite online bullion dealers, and I got so much comments, views, likes, subscribers. I really appreciate all that love. There was some controversy. There were some people that was not happy about the dealers I mentioned, but I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinion, right? I don't like those dealers. Once in a while, I'll buy from them. There's one that I will never buy from again. But hey, to each their own, right? It's your right to agree or disagree. It's a free country, and anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for all the input and likes and subscribes. Really appreciate it. We just hit 5,000 subscribers, and now I'm about to hit 5,100 subscribers. That means a lot. And real quick, before I get going with this video, check out Sound Money Metals. This is the Sound Money Pocket Pinger, or the Pocket Pinger. This is a great little tool to test, your silver coins, your 90% silver, gold coins, and there's also an app that goes along with this, and I'm going to link that in my description. Matter of fact, it's already in my description, so check it out. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on a Sigma Metal Verifier, which is another good item to have. It's a very accurate gold and silver tester. Get yourself one of these. I mean, it's small enough to carry in your pocket, and it's great when testing out your coins. Like, for example, here's a silver eagle here, an old one, beat up one, and you just ping it. Or you can do one of these. You see that knocker on the bottom there, and just hit it. And the app tells you if it's real or fake. But some people are so good at it, you can hear it just by the sound. If you have a good ear, you can tell if it's fake or not. The silver has like a nice ring to it. It kind of sounds like music when you ping it. It's nice. And then like if you ping something fake, like this Morgan dollar here, and don't worry guys, it says fake on it. It's a copy. This is just steel, and you can it doesn't sound good, And then you got this silver eagle here. It sounds much better. But yeah, guys, check this out. And another thing before I move on, you see this little chest here that's been on my recent videos. We're going to fill this up with little cool poured silver bars and stuff. Now, starting off, this is I want to show you the whole thing here, but this was for my dog, Patriot. Unfortunately, I had it made for him. Gold Spartan made it for me. It's an ounce of silver. Great guy, great pour artist. I had him make it for me for my dog. Unfortunately, he had like some type of reaction to the silver, so he no longer could wear it. Plus, you could see he'd done some damage with it. But that's poured silver by one of my favorite pour artists, Gold Spartan. Check him out, guys. He's great. That's gonna go in the box. And another one of my favorite poured silver artists is Lake House Beach. This guy is amazing. I mean, check this out. It's a roughly half ounce Game Boy, and this thing is cool. I love this thing. And then like the poured lines he has in the back of it, we call them ripples. Look at that. It's just beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, check out Lake House Beach. He has an Instagram page. He's also on Facebook. I noticed he hasn't been posting much, but he makes a lot of cool poured silver. So we're gonna throw that in there, and we're gonna fill this up with like cool little knickknacks, little poured silver bars and little poured rounds and stuff. This is gonna be the little silver poured box. And yeah, let's get on to the video. So in this video, I'm going to be grading my favorite 90% constitutional silver to stack. I'm also going to be grading their designs, what's my favorite by design, by stacking, by the looks of it. I'm just going to be grading my favorite 90% silver. And listen, if you agree, that's great. If you disagree, that's great too. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Alright, let's get on to the video.
Well, it's cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time, because you'll never get closer than now.
Alright guys, so in this video, and sorry, this video is going to be a little longer than usual today. It's about 20 minutes long, and I know probably most of you ain't going to sit through the whole thing, and I don't blame you. But if you do, if you are one of the ones that want to sit through this and watch the whole thing, I'm going to rate my favorite 90% constitutional junk silver coins. And anyone wondering what site I'm using, it's called Tier Maker. Now, I've noticed a lot of people in our community using this when they're making videos, rating their favorite coins or movies or bands. There's charts for everything. And if there's a chart you don't see, you can make your own tier charts. I actually did one a few years ago, best 1 ounce gold bullion coins to stack. And it's actually like one of the top ones for gold and silver on this website. You should see my chart. Matter of fact, I'll send a link to my chart on this website if you guys want to mess around with it. But yeah, great site. And today I didn't make this one. This one was made by Silver Forever, another great channel in our community. And I'm going to be rating my favorite 90% constitutional silver coins. And comment down below. Let me know what you think, what your favorite coin is. If you agree with me or if you disagree, if you would put other coins in different spots, just let me know. But as you can see here, we have the Barber dime, the Barber half dollar, Barber quarter. We have the Benjamin Franklin half dollar, the Walking Liberty half dollar, the Kennedy half dollar. We have the Mercury dime, Roosevelt dime, Standing Liberty quarter, and the George Washington quarter, Morgan dollar, and Peace dollar. And then we have 6 tiers, no, 5 tiers. We have satisfactory A, S, and then we have A, B, C, and D. And B will be the middle ground. So let's start off. So starting off, we have the Barber dime. Now, I love Barbers. I think they're one of the most underrated silver coins. You don't hear much about them. As a matter of fact, there's like a love and hate relationship. Either people hate the design or they love it. Now, I love the design, and I would stack more Barbers if I could. But the only problem is Barbers are pretty hard to come by, and when you do come by them, they're usually slick, and or they're going for a lot more than what the regular common 90% silver is. So the only time I usually really stack them is if I can buy them at the same price. But for design, they are beautiful. They're one of my favorite designs at a 90% coinage. But just because of the premiums on them, and they're not the easiest coin to go by, I'm going to put them in the middle. I'm going to put them at B. Because, like I said, if I can get them, and sometimes I do get them really cheap. But if I can get them cheap for the prices I'm paying for a Mercury dime or a Roosevelt dime, I'm all over them. I'll buy them. And sometimes if I'm buying lots, I'll get like a mixture, and there'll be a lot of Barber dimes in there, but they're usually slick. And what you have to keep in mind, the Barbers are one of the oldest coins here, and they only made them for a few years. They didn't make them too long. So when you come across a lot of Barbers, either they're in great shape and they're asking a lot of money for them, or they're slick. There's like so much silver loss. They're thinner than an average dime, just because they've been around so long. But for me, the Barber, and I might as well put all the rest of the Barbers in a lot B because it goes with the quarter, and same with the half dollar. But I don't dislike them. I love them. They're awesome coins. But for me, they're gonna have to be in the B category. So right in the middle there. Up next, Benjamin half dollars. Now, Benjamin half dollars are one of my favorite half dollars to stack. It's not my number one favorite, but it's definitely a close second. Um, Benjamin half dollars came out in 1947, 46 or 47. I have to double check, but I think it was 1947. And they made them all the way up until 1963. So they made them for a while, almost 20 years or a little over 20 years. Nope, just below 20 years. But they made them for a while. Great coin, a lot of silver left in them. You can get some really good uh, Franklin coins. And I mean, who doesn't want Benjamin Franklin on their coin, right? So I have him on. He's on our $100 bills. So yeah, definitely a favorite for mine. So I'm gonna put him in the A category. Uh, the Kennedy half dollar, we're gonna put him in the A category also. That is the newest 90% coin that you can buy right now. They only made them for 1 year in 90% silver, and that was in 1964. So if you're trying to get more silver out of a 90% silver coin, the Kennedys are usually your best bet because they're not as worn, and a lot of them are in really good shape. Now, up next, the Mercury dime. Mercury dime came out in 1916, and they made the Mercury dime up until 1945, 46. I think it was 45. I'll have to double check on that. But you guys know me, I'm obsessed with my Mercury dimes. That is definitely my favorite dime and one of my favorite 90% silver coins. So I'm going to put that in the top category, S, or number one for me. Love the Mercury dime. It's just a beautiful, beautiful coin. And then up next, Morgan silver dollar. I mean, the Morgan dollar, that's just, it's iconic. It has to go in the S category. I'm going to put the Morgan dollar in the S category right next to the Mercury dime because it's just, the ultimate 90% coin. And I could even go as far as like the ultimate American silver coin. It's just a beautiful coin, very popular. If you're not stacking them for, weight like I am, you're buying them in slabs as collector pieces. And I'm not much of a big Morgan guy when it comes to slabs. If I do buy a Morgan slab, it's usually a toner in mint state. But I like buying loose Morgans and stacking them in $20 tubes. But Morgans are iconic, one of the best silver coins ever made. And the great thing about the Morgan dollars is you're getting a lot of weight there, just on a single coin. It's not quite of an ounce, but you're getting a lot of weight there. It's the biggest. Morgan and the Peace dollar is the biggest coin you can get in 90% constitutional. And then up next, we have the Peace Dollar. Now, the Peace Dollar is not my favorite. It's definitely a classic design, but it's not my favorite. And I'm not going to put it in the D category because that means I just can't stand it. But I'm going to put it in C. If I can get them cheap, which I usually can, um, I'll buy them. Absolutely. I'm never going to turn down some 90%, but not my favorite design. So I'm going to put that in the C category. And then up next from there, I'm going to put the Roosevelt dime also in the C category. The problem with the Roosevelt dime, I mean, it's one of the newest. It's the newest dime in 90%. Usually they're not worn down. You can get a lot of silver there. You're going to have more silver on the Rosies than the older coins, obviously. Um, but I mean, they haven't changed design in all these years. I get dimes from going to a store, and I get them back, and they're still the same. So it's just they're typical, so I don't really care for rosy dimes, but if I can buy them cheap, I'll buy them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to turn it down, and that's going to go in the C category too. The rosy dimes came out in, I believe, 1946, 47, and they made them up until 1964 in 90% silver, and then they still continue that coin today. Unfortunately, it is not silver though. So yeah, we're gonna put the rosy dime in the C category. Definitely not my favorite, but I still will buy it. And then up next, the Standing Liberty Quarter. Now, the Standing Liberty Quarter is one of my favorite quarter designs. It is a beautiful, beautiful coin. But same thing with the Barber dimes. I mean, when you find them, they're usually slick, and if you find ones that are in good shape, they're asking more money for them. They have a higher premium on them. And also, like the Barber dimes, the Standing Liberty Quarter wasn't around as long. Like it came out the same year as the Mercury and the Mercury and the Walking Liberty half dollar, but they didn't make them as long as they did as the I think they stopped making the Standing Liberty quarter in the 30s. I think like 35 or something like that. I'll have to double check, but so they don't have as much as the Merc and the Walking Liberty dollar. Um, but like I said, they're either slick, pretty worn down, dateless, or there's barely, or they're in good shape and they're charging a crazy premium. So, but the design's beautiful, and if I can get them cheap, I'll stack them all day. So I'm just going to put them in the B category just because I think they're beautiful coins, and I would buy more of them if I can get them at a decent price. So, yeah, so we're going to put that in the B category. And let's double check. So we got the Mercury and the Morgan at S. We got Kennedy and Franklin at A. We got B, all the Barbers and the Standing Liberty Quarter. And then my least favorite, the Peace Dollar and Rosie at the C. So not terrible, but not my favorite. So that's, no 90% coin again is terrible. Up next, the Walking Liberty half dollar, the most iconic coin design ever. I mean, we loved it so much. Our American Silver Eagles, we took the design and put them on our American Silver Eagles, which is the number one American silver coin in the world, if not the number one silver coin in the world. Um, I love the Walking Liberty half dollar. I've been stacking them forever, and that's my go-to half dollar when I go to buy half dollars. If I'm not getting Walking Liberty dimes, I'm not Walking Liberty half dollars. I'm buying Kennedys or Franklins, but just an iconic design, beautiful coin. And again, they made the Walking Liberty halves. With the started off with the Mercury dime, 1916 to 1945, 46. But yeah, Walker's rule. They're number one for me. Um, and yeah, great coin to stack, and also highly collectible. Just a beautiful, beautiful coin. And yeah, doesn't get any better than that. And last but not least, the Washington quarter. So that's I'm gonna put that in the A category because the Washington silver quarter is pretty much the only quarter we can really stack when it comes to stacking 90%, because the Barber dimes and Stanley Liberty dimes, they're either higher in premium or they're really slicked down. So if I'm buying quarters, and quarters are my least favorite, you know, I prefer half dollars, $1, dimes, but I'll buy quarters once in a while. I just finished up my quarter box a few years ago, so but that was a struggle because I'm not a big fan of quarter 90% coins. But if I'm stacking quarters, I'm buying Washingtons because they're the best bang for your buck, and you're getting the most silver. And all quarters are made of the same amount of silver. The problem is the Barbers and Standing Liberty quarters are so old and so worn down that you're losing silver. Um, they don't have the same amount of silver as it did when they first made it. Not only that, if they're in good shape, then you're paying more for them. So I'm gonna have to put the Washington quarter in the A category. And I mean, the great thing about the Washington quarter is we got our first president on that coin. I mean, they haven't changed the design on those for a long time too. They just recently kind of altered the design, made Washington a little better looking, I guess. But I mean, Washington definitely deserves to be on the quarter. And not my favorite design, but it's cool. Um, he was our first president, and it's a good coin to stack. And also one of the newest coins. I think they started the Washington quarters in 32, and they made them up until 1964 in 90% silver. So yeah, guys, that's my chart right there. That's my best to least. So as you can see here for the C category, because they're not terrible, but they're my least favorite, the Peace and Rosie. Then we have the Barbers and Standing Liberty. At the B category, we have A, which is my second favorite, Kennedy, Benji, and Washington Quarter. Um, and then for the top categories, the Mercury Dime, the Walking Liberty half dollar, and the Morgan dollar. Now, comment down below, guys. Let me know what your favorite 90% silver is to stack. Is it dimes, quarters, half dollars, dollars? What's your favorite design? What Where would you put these in your chart? Or matter of fact, go ahead and do this chart. I'll have the link in my description, and post a video about it, or post it, yeah, wherever you can post it. Even if you don't post it anywhere, it's really fun, and it kills some time. And like I said, there's tons of charts on this site. It's a great site to kill some time, and especially if you're a content creator and you're in our community, it's a great site to make a video with. But yeah, that's my chart. And again, guys, this is tiermaker.com. I'll have the link in my description. And if you guys made it through this whole video, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.